welcome back to the show. I recently went skydiving as a way of getting out of my comfort zone, and it left me hooked to chasing thrills. So I did the most daring thing you can think of next, going to Amy Klobuchar's office, where I spoke with the senator to get her insights on her current thrill, big tech. Cyber Monday is just around the corner, which brings me to the age-old question, how are we getting screwed by big tech like Amazon, Google, and Facebook, Meta these days? So I went to DC to do two of my favorite things, balcony tour, and sit down with the big tech rodeo queen herself, Senator Amy Klobuchar. I know what you're thinking, the snowstorm lady? Yes, her! She introduced a piece of legislation to stop tech companies from taking advantage of consumers. And the crazy part is, it might actually pass. Tell me about the American Innovation and Choice Online Act. What is that?
Well, for this bill, it'll simply, I think, it'll make it more fair for people to buy stuff.
Okay.
We blatantly say, you cannot go and steal some company that's advertising on your platform in India, Amazon, and then create a knockoff product and make it cheaper. You also can't put all your stuff at the top of the search engine when you're the only game in town. In essence, this would make it illegal for Amazon, Google, Apple to engage in self-preferencing.
Okay, because my mom always told me that if I self-preference too much, I would go to hell. So we're saying that we're living in hell.
Exactly.
Surely we must have our best minds on this antitrust legislation, right? So who are your co-sponsors on this bill?
That is quite a crew. We start with Senator Grassley.
Oh, maybe not our best minds, but who else?
We also have Senator Durbin. Then we have Senator Graham, well known to you. Then we have Senator Warner. We have Senator Booker, as in Cory Booker. And then you go over to the Republican side. We have Senator Hawley and Senator Kennedy of Louisiana.
Okay, I am not sure that I want to watch this Ocean's 11 reboot, but...
And then is Senator Grassley George Clooney in the story? Maybe, maybe not.
I have to think about that for a moment. Ooh, moment over. So what divine miracle has gotten Josh Hawley and Cory Booker to align? It's sure as hell not paid family leave. So this is the thing that we can all agree on, that Amazon is like basically evil. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that.
I didn't say it. I don't.
I said it.
Okay. Well, Mark Zuckerberg most likely speaks for all monopolists when he once wrote in an email, I'd rather buy than compete. So the idea is they buy up everything in sight, from Instagram, in the case of Facebook, to WhatsApp, and then suddenly there's no competitor out there. Maybe that competitor could have developed the bells and whistles to have better protections for children, or better protections against misinformation, or better prices depending on what the platform is. We'll never know that.
Are you sure we don't have too much competition? Because I can't even tell you how many different types of milk we have right now. Back in my day, there was one kind of milk, and you hoped it hadn't gone bad. And in non-milk news, Google owns around 90% of all search traffic. There are really only 2 online travel companies, and even cat food is a monopoly. And what do you say to people who don't necessarily love Amazon, but they do love that they can buy Amazon Basics because they are cheaper?
Sure. I use Amazon, and I'd first say nothing here will destroy Amazon Basics. We need to put some rules of the road in place, not destroy them, not take them down, as they like to say, but put some rules in place to protect consumers and to protect our democracy itself.
Okay. We have to evolve.
Yeah, but we haven't. So in my mind, what we're doing is refreshing the laws. We're rejuvenating capitalism, as our country has done time and time again, by simply making it clearer to fit our times.
Okay, just refresh those laws. Just a little lift here, just a little, just a little
bit.
just a bit of a. You come back, you just look well rested.
Exactly. Just send the Congress to a spa and just get that done.
Honestly, the spa might be good for Lindsey Graham. Kissing Trump's ass is extremely damaging to the skin. But we need to pass this legislation, incentivize more competition, and give all Americans a chance at achieving the American dream, so that one day they too can destroy this country. Okay, this is the last question I'm going to ask you, and it is my only gotcha question of the entire interview.
Okay.
So, on pages 197
This large book.
and 219,
Yes.
a very large book, You mentioned comedian John Oliver, and then on page 279, you mention Mr. Jon Stewart.
And I didn't mention you.
What gives?
Okay, well, there's a paperback version coming out, and maybe I can throw in a footnote.
Just a simple dedication would be fine. To my dearest Samantha Bee, protector of innovation, champion of the American dream, and the best late-night comedy host that has ever lived. We'll be right back. Aw, thanks for watching. If you'd like to hear more from Full Frontal, hit subscribe and visit our page for more videos. Or if you'd like to be radicalized, leave YouTube on autoplay.